Hello everyone and welcome back to our humble game of EU4 as Serbia. We're taking on quite a bit of a challenge here, fighting against Venice in the early game on our own. Well, not on our own, but I guess with unconventional... What does Bohemia do? Goodness gracious. Yeah, okay, we have a weird Bohemia as our ally. They've actually already taken Berlin as of 1460. Let's see actually when the province switched hands. Yeah, annexed in 56. Fair enough. Won't argue with that, I guess. We could go up a technology, but it's an admin tech. I want that to be able to core up the land that we take, and it looks like we will still have problems with Naples, potentially. But they are doing their best to get Aragon out of the war, which is very nice for us. So, 29 reasons to get out of the war, actually 30, and 46 against. A couple more months, we might be able to make something of that. And in the meantime, our allies are doing pretty good work. So we have Silly, who potentially will also peace out. No, that's too bad. And we recently beat their main army on Treviso, despite the fact that we were attacking in with fewer numbers. Now, most of those men are down in Naples right now, and I don't really see how the Neapolitans are going to get out of here. The second they attack, I mean, all they have to do is move. Ooh, is this fort weirdness? Okay, it was, but they're going to get just hammered by 30,000 men. Okay, good retreat. Fair enough. They're coming up north. We're going to just stack onto Treviso. Take a couple of casualties from attrition, from being over force limit, but frankly that seems worth it to me, right? We need this to go our way, we need Treviso to fall. Right now we have 25%, so we could take nothing. We could take nothing. And Venetian military strength is still running pretty high. And we did lose Opal, which is distracting the Bohemians. Kinda sucks. Bohemia is often a really strong early game ally. It's just that they usually get hit by either Austria, Poland, or both. Okay, there's the siege of Treviso. Can we ride to the aid of Naples? Let's see, who's actually fighting us? Ooh, can I get onto Venice? Is this a trap? Okay, I can't go onto Venice because of their navy, which is not... it's too bad. So, we could go to Brescia, and that might actually be bad for us. It might attack in at Padova. We don't see them. So let's see where our allies are going. Yeah, 32%. Peace treaty from Augsburg. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Augsburg. Wait, where are they? Oh, we have them sieged down. No. We're going to use these guys for more war score, and we're going to go back over and hit the Aragonese armies on Treviso. All of Bohemia and all of our own armies at our backs. Poor unfortunate free company, this is often what they're used for, but weakening the Aragonese might allow us to get them out of the war, and if it does, reasons away. If it does, this is pretty much over. If it does, then Naples is fighting all of us on their own. Of course, we did start the war in 58, which means we have about another year before our own allies would start piecing out if we were losing. Oh man, hold on. Yeah, this is expensive, but war's off to the war. Let's go here. Take the 2 stack when you can get it, knock off the reinforcements when you can, and it makes the resulting fight easier. So let's go in to Hum to prevent them from getting up onto the mountains, excuse me, like they did the last time, and we'll attack down in from the mountains against that Venetian army. This will increase relative strength of alliances as well, winning the fight against Venice here, which should then allow us to get Aragon completely out of the fight. I would like to take war reparations from them because money is everything in the early game, and I think we can actually do that. So let's go ahead and do war reparations here. Yes, 68, 48, and how much money? Ooh, oh, we don't get a lot of that. That sucks, that really sucks. Quite frankly, I think it's good for us to have the Aragonese find a new ally instead of, well, and the Venetians find a new ally instead of getting all that money. So let's just take that instead. We get the war reparations directly, that is not shared with our allies, and now just like that, we're up to 47% against the Venetians, which I really think we should milk for all we can. I'm talking about go as close as we can to a coalition, and more importantly, build out a way for us to get farther away from the Ottomans before it's too late, because we don't have that right now. And if we don't have that in the future, we could really just be struggling here with this game. So let's see how much land we can take. Let's get the Patriarch Authority there. Let's go up here. Cannot make that a core, so this is the most we can take, but it does allow us to potentially get a lot out of a second war if we can make claims within this zone, Gulf of Venice, and potentially even join the Empire, although I think we're a little bit too big for that right now, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll take some more reparations from them. Naples will get big mad about this, but that's fine, because if they break our alliance, we'll just go in and attack them, and they don't help us against the Austrians anyway. That'll be the war. Also means we have Renaissance, very nice. We can go ahead and core those things up. We'll take idea set, we'll come back here, and now there's a couple more things we can do while we are finishing that up. We do get an idea set, we'll go with their technology. We are still losing money, but that's okay. We're going to get rid of the free company here. We do have enough men, we don't necessarily need it. And let's go ahead and rival Venice as well. Keep that stuff happening. We're losing Naples out of trust, that's fine. When things pick up in this game, they do really pick up very quickly. So we have a bit of work to do here to make this go our way. Florence would be a good ally, but they're just on the edge. Brandenburg could be a good ally if they're done fighting with the Bohemians. Yeah, no, this is good, this is good. So where do we go first? We could go economic, or we could go quality, and I think I want to spend the mill points here first. We need still a couple of other things from deving up the gold mine, and if we look at our inflation, it's 3.08, which is not great. It's actually pretty bad, but it's not the end of the world. I hate the favor system. AI exploits it ruthlessly, and it's kind of annoying. You lose trust with them if you don't go along with it. Okay, so now we build up a navy, and we go after Naples, I think, because we can just cross the strait here. We get into Abruzzi, Molise, Capitanata, Bari, and Salento, and then from there we eat the Italian peninsula. It's a little bit of a weird game plan. It's probably a tad non-traditional, but if anything, that makes me like it a bit more, so not less. To do this, here's what I'm thinking. Idea groups have changed a little bit, but quality ideas are still really wonderful. Infantry combat ability is great, particularly in the early game. Morale is slightly better. Oh, come on. Take all my money, why don't you? I hate this. The amounts are too big, is what it boils down to. Let's maintain our diplomat there. Can we join the Empire? If we had better relations with Austria, we could join the Empire, which would be a bit of a coup here. What's stopping us? So we need to be positive. We need either an alliance or a royal marriage for this, but neither one of them they're going to do because of the hostile attitude, which will go away. That will go away. When it does, we still need them to lose Diplo relations. So not too likely unless we go into Diplo ideas, which is possible. It's actually a pretty good idea set. Diplotech cost is good. Province War Score cost -20 is bonkers. Diplo Reputation +2 is good, extra diplomats. But what do we do with the extra mill right now, right? Because if we take a look, we're at 555 across the board. We have more mill points, and we're going to gain them at the same speed, I suppose. We need to... Yeah, he sucks. That's fine, we have more than enough time, and our prestige taking a hit is not good, but it's not the end of the world. So I think what we do is... This is so rough. We could actually go quantity. We have the early game economy to support it, believe it or not, even as Serbia, and the additional numbers would go a long way in the Italian wars. But I think instead... so quality gives some things for ships as well. Fleet durability, which is nice. Morale of navies, which is nice. Naval attrition, doesn't really matter. Discipline +5 is good. Yeah, let's go quality. And then at least we should be able to outfight these guys decently well. Assuming that Naples lets it be an honest fight, which they probably won't. They are allied to Austria and Florence, which is a bit of an issue. We could instead go in against the Papal State. They're allied to a wider variety of people, but it's a wide variety of weak people, and it actually gives us an in against Albania as well. Although, yeah, they're probably not going to live that much longer. It looks like the Ottomans are going after them next. Yep, there it is. Huh. Yeah, we weaken Venice. Next thing we know, they go in against Albania. Let's keep improved relations with them, please, because I don't want to die in a horrible fire. And because of that, I think the Pope is going to be our more attractive option. It's a little non-traditional, it's not something that I enjoy here, because we'll have basically two different sections of Serbia, but we need an in, and because we need that in, we have to make decisions that we don't otherwise want to make. What's our trade? 7%, that's pathetic. Oh well. Ability, 61.5, that's the best I can do for that. Right. Could rival Ragusa. He's not that useful of a rival, but we'll eclipse them very quickly, which will give us power projection. And that's what I did that for right there, in case you're curious. Okay, is there anyone else we can ally? Yes, Milan. The most back and forth of all possible alliances ever. Let's go ahead and take that. They'll help us against Venice later on, because they flipping hate Venice. They have cores on Venice, by the way, which we could give back to them. And I would have no qualms about that whatsoever. Let's maintain this and start fabricating on the Papal State. Now, an issue with this is going to be we either need to fight our way in, or we need a navy, and our naval force limit at 13 is okay, but not great when you consider we also need transports, and if we're fighting against Venice, it just doesn't matter. Because any fight with Venice is in it for right now means we just lose. But these guys on their own, they're all landlocked except for Venice and... well, they're not allied. Ooh. All of their allies, if we attack the Papal State, the only people with ships would be Papal State. Don't know what they have. We could use the Ledger for this. It's a little bit cheap, shall we say, but I think we'll go in for it. Military, EVs, State. Okay, so they have 3 light ships, 6 galleys, 4 transports. We could take that with 2 heavy ships, match their galleys. Gives us 8. Gives us space of 5 for transports. 5 transports means 4 trips, which is not ideal. And we are burning a little bit of cash here, spending for a couple of forts, but I don't want any of these to go away, because I think they could be needed at any time. I mean, we're good as long as we're getting war reparations, which is good enough for me right now. Okay, so we build up a fleet, we fabricate on Urbino and Ancona, and that's a lot of development too, right? So that's 26 development right there. We can definitely take that. We need to be aware. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And since we are, well, I guess that's not really too ahead of time. Yeah, we need to have our institution ready, which it'll get there. We just have low development provinces that's going into. Once we get it in Kotor, that should go to Zeta and Herzegovina. Yeah, we're pretty low development provinces over here. Frankly, Italy will be very nice. Will be our highest development provinces right there. Food for thought. Okay, still can't get that to 100. We also cannot ally them. Yeah. Missed the opportunity for the event to have that back. That sucks. That really sucks. Fortress of Belgrade. It's fine. Commission any icon. We get missionary strength plus 2. It's on 75%. Okay. Alright, I like this. Compared to where we were a couple of years ago, a couple of episodes ago now, I think this is good. We just need to be careful to make progress while not overextending. That is the key. Let's take a look at the Holy Roman Empire. Ferrara is in, Scilly is in, the rest are out. That is good. And we still have strength. Oh, I hate this. We needed to seize land. Okay, we could do that. Using 26 ducats is alright. It's the best of those options. I don't want to fight people I don't have to fight. Come on, buddy. Is there anything else I can grant here that I want to grant that gives? No. No. Frankly, on the fortification seems like a good idea for us. Nobility has most of our non-crowned land, though. That's fine. Leave it for right now. Army is at maximum size, 16,000 men, and most of our opponents will be catching up to us now, so Venice has Miltech 5, but they didn't before. The Pope is usually a little behind. Take a look, I mean, yeah, 0 mil. Okay, this is where we want to be attacking in. It's just a matter of how we get access to them. I don't actually think we have a way to. Milan might be able to, through Lucca, and then through Ferrara. We should make friends with Florence. That's a good decision. Let's stop improving there. Let's start improving here. Austria is still mad at us, but care. And nearly have enough to embrace the Renaissance. We'll need more money right now. It's rough. Okay, and looking at inflation. Yeah, the contribution's going down. It used to be plus 0.26, now it's plus 0.19 as our other sources of income go up. That's fine. Slowing down the rate of inflation. Definitely not something that is important in today's day and age, right? Oh man. Okay. I'm pretty happy. Venice could well have kicked our behind, and they didn't. Which is good. We could also make some claims here on... Let's go ahead and claim... You know what? Let's make the smart claim. We'll claim Ravenna. Burgundian succession. Oh, that's Austria. Okay. Yeah, the Emperor just got stronger, ladies and gents. They're probably going to inherit all of this pretty soon. Might have to release the lowlands. I don't quite remember the new event chain. And we'll have to put down Bosnian separatists again, because welcome to this era, I suppose. A little rude to say, but certainly no less true for it. And it is worth pointing out, we do still have loans. We haven't been able to get rid of those. We have increased the size of the loans we can take from 44 to 57. It's not enough, but it might be enough soon. Particularly if we can get into Italy. I want Roma. That's what I want. It's just not something I think I can get more, unless I have claims on through sheer coalition that would cause. It's quite possible. Let's see. Administrating the Empire. Just 10 prestige, that sucks. Man, I wish I could rebuy the Patronage of the Arts. Can't yet. We can seize land. We could also sell titles. That 310 crown land would eliminate all of our debt and then some. But the issue with this is we'd be down below 20% crown land again, which would increase over time the autonomy in our different provinces and weaken us over time. Which is, last I checked, the exact opposite of what we want to do. Now, I'm willing to bet they're going to come on Split instead of Zadar. But I'm going to go to Zadar anyway, because attacking and defending in grasslands doesn't matter. And we're going to go ahead and pop those rebels. Yep, I was right. That's fine. Absolutely. We're taking a fair amount of losses here, but it's one way to get prestige. Because the closer the fight that you win, the more prestige that you get. And army tradition as well, so we got 0. Goodness gracious. Not exactly what I had in mind. Come on. But at least we do have that cord now. Kotor should also already be cord. And can we drop autonomy? Which we don't need to. It's nice. It's very nice. Monopoly. There we go. And EU4, when you get used to it, runs really flippin' smooth. Oftentimes. So, okay, let's take a look at our army size. Should be up to 17, and it is. Let's go ahead and recruit another infantryman. Leaning heavily on quality ideas on that plus 10% infantry combat ability, which isn't the best thing ever. It's also not the worst. Recent changes to unit pips as well are a little bit wonky, but we should be alright. Let's go ahead and drill. And from this, by the way, we've already gotten up to about 4.7% army professionalism. Usually I'm higher than this because I've bought a couple of generals, but they haven't been necessary so far because we do have just wonderful generals from this decision to grant generalship. So, I mean, it's generals with 60 tradition. That's pretty nice. Although I think it changes based off of ability influence. There were 40 tradition before. Could be wrong about that. We'll see. So, okay, we're improving with Florence. How far are we from an alliance? Pretty far. They're allied to Ragusa. But that might not matter. Okay, well, Ragusa is still going to exist. Can I attack in here? That's guaranteed by Ottomans, part of the Trade League of Venice. Will those guys come in? Yes, Ottomans would. Venetians would not. Okay, we can't take that. I'd like to. I'd very much like to. But I can't. And again, knowing your limits is something that we're trying to do here so that we don't just lose our fragile position. If we lose a lot of strength, Austria-Hungary, well, I guess less likely now that Austria is in control there, but we could reasonably get attacked from the north and from the Ottomans at the same time. And getting into Italy is basically our escape hatch. If we can get into Italy, then even if we lose to the Ottomans, at least we are basically now playing as an Italian minor nation, which, while not necessarily pleasant compared to our potential here if this run goes well, is certainly an option. So let's go ahead and take that second claim. What would happen if we attack the Pope right now? Albania would not come in, none of our allies would come in. War exhaustion and debt from Bohemia. It's not how us favors. Wallachia just wants us to know that we should piss off. It's a little rude, but it does happen. Fine. Oh! There it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Take that before it goes away. Take that before it goes away. There's the alliance. Perfect, 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 perfect. We can get a royal marriage. We might be able to get into the HRE, although I don't know. 55 is necessary. We could do it. We could do it. There's the royal marriage. 140, we need 15. How do we get 15? We can insult their rivals, which we can't do because we don't have positive prestige. Or what? Or what? What? Can't really offer them anything. Their economy is way too strong for me to really be able to send a gift here that matters. Yeah, I can't even send. Yeah, okay. Fine. Well, we'll hold on to it. So if we can get into the Empire, that solves our Ottoman problem, and it solves our fighting in the Empire problem, which we haven't encountered that one yet, but it is on the horizon, very much so on the horizon. Okay. How else can we do this? They want our provinces, but they're allied to us now, so they're not going to get them. That's fine. Who can we drop here like a dead weight? Naples, royal marriage. Once that runs out, will be okay. And we can't royal marriage Milan because they are a republic? Yeah, they're a republic. See, I don't want to give you ducats. I don't have enough ducats to give you. And if I demanded from you, it would be a waste. Because you don't have any, so you can't even say yes. But you're demanding them from me, and no small amount. This is... I would be negative right now if not for war operations, so, fuck yourself. And that's gonna hurt our relations, but that's fine. I can't. I can't right now. It's just... It's not possible. It's not a thing that we can afford to do. The fact that they think that it is very annoying. Let's royal marriage here. Can't ally there either, but they will give us access now. And will other people still come in on this war? We can get Bohemia. Okay, maybe we don't need to join the Empire if we can do this right now, getting access through Lucca and Florence. Okay. We pay here, let's do that. That's good. The larger we are, the harder it is to get into the Empire, by the way. That's why I'm saying things like that. Because it would be nice, I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. We don't have the prestige to install somebody, we don't have the money to pay for it, it's gonna be really flipping messy to try and go that route. What we do need is we do need to embrace our institution, and I also need to get rid of patronage of the arts. Could give it again. You know what, we're gonna get some crown land from this, let's do that. It's not great, but this way we can embrace, and we can go up to Mil Tech 6, here, here, and just in time for the war on the Pope. Look at that. Can I do this? Is this stupid? So worst case, what happens? Worst case, I can vassalize Scilly. I can potentially even vassalize Saluzzo and Bologna, Utrecht. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take Stradioti cavalry. And let's... Actually, maybe we can threaten war? Might be able to threaten war. No unoccupied provinces, Corsica claims. Aren't their capital. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why Sweden decided to be mean, but they are. Do I care about that? Do I want Savoy out? Enemies, Genoa, Milan, Switzerland. Yeah, we'll rival Savoy. They don't tend to do very well anyway in the long run. So we're almost hedging our bets a little bit there, and I think we're actually going to call that for today. Thank you all for hanging around, and we'll have more EU4 for you guys tomorrow. Let me know if you do enjoy it. Let me know if you hate it as well. If you want me to just stick to Wargame, I can just stick to Wargame, but I figured it'd be nice to have a change of pace, and we'll see you guys again real soon.